The Chase IHG Premier credit card is one of my favorite hotel cards, and it's going to be one that I'm going to hold for years to come. And that's why I have the personal version of the card, the business version of the card, and in this video you will see my wife's application for the business card. I just simply love this card because I believe IHG packed so much value into a $99 annual fee card. And let's just get right into the watch me apply because I already know the result of it and you might know as well. So if you are going to apply for this card, you're going to go to the link in my description. I'll have two separate links there because they are different offers. In my wife's case, she is applying for the business card, so we'll click on that link and it'll take us to this page and we can just click on the IHG right there. This is showing the personal card right now, but we'll move over to the business side of this website and we'll just scroll down and click apply now. Now that we've gone through and clicked apply now, we can see the correct card there up on the top of the screen, and I'll go through this application, get approved for this card, and then I'll tell you why my wife and I have three of basically the same card. So because it is a business application, you're going to start off with authorizing officer title. In this case, my wife is an owner of the business that I share with her 50-50, so that's what we'll put. Her name will go here, last name, basically just a bunch of personal information up top, and of course address, and then we move down here with the IHG One Rewards member number. Of course, I have my own IHG account that I created before I applied for my two IHG cards, and she did the same thing. She got an IHG account, and now we'll put her member number right there. Total gross income, and this is household, so we'll combine hers and mine together. And then now for the business info, legal business structure. There are gonna be a lot of people that apply as sole proprietors, which means you just have to make any sort of self-employment income other than your regular 9-to-5 job. And in this case, I am going to select LLC because that's the company structure that my wife and I have together. And then we'll do legal business name, and then what this desired business name is just going to auto-populate from what we put in the business legal name section. And then DBA, no, we don't have that. And then EIN, you are just going to select social security number if you are a sole proprietor, but in this case, we do have an EIN that we got after registering our business. So we'll put that in there. And then if you want your business physical address to be the same as the personal address, number of employees, business established date. This is going to be the first time that my wife and I posted a YouTube video because we do have a separate channel here on YouTube that we just go around traveling the world and then we vlog our experiences. So that'll be the very first time we post a video, even though we weren't making money at that moment. Your business category, you just want to get as close as possible to what your actual business is, and I have learned that this doesn't matter a whole lot what you put, just try to be as accurate as possible. And then we just go down a little bit more. Yes, we want paperless statements, and then we have all this pricing information here. Make sure to read over this and then make sure the annual membership fee makes sense for you. And it's always nice to have no foreign transaction fees. And then we keep scrolling, make sure you can meet all of the criteria of the certifications. And then when you're ready, you click this box that says I've read and agree to the above, and then you are ready to submit. All right, here we go. We're working on your request, and then in a few short moments, it will pop up and say that my wife was approved for the card with a $5,000 credit limit. In this case, they did pull Experian on our credit report, but that might differ depending on which state you live in. My wife at the time was 324 with Chase and had a credit score of around 760 averaged out between all of the bureaus.
Got my card! And if you're wondering where I am when Jacob's filming in a hotel room, I'm literally in this little tiny corner over here.
Now that my wife is approved for the card, we can zoom out a little bit and talk more about this specific card and why we got it and why we need 3 IHG cards in our wallet. So of course, like I mentioned earlier in the video, this does have a $99 annual fee, so we have to get more than $99 worth of value in order for it to be a keeper card. For us, there are going to be quite a few things that will give us more than $99 worth of value. Number one is going to be that anniversary anniversary free night. Every time you pay the annual fee, starting with the second year, you are going to get that anniversary free night that is going to be worth up to 40,000 IHG points. So if you go on the IHG website, find a hotel, if it's under 40,000 points, then you can use your free night. I just recently did this in my account, and sadly we did have to cancel that, so we're not actually going to make that reservation that we made in the Maldives at the Holiday Inn, but that's okay, we'll use it somewhere else. And that hotel was only 38,000 points, so you can see how valuable this anniversary free night is, because otherwise it would have cost us around $400 and we wouldn't have had to pay anything except for the annual fee on the card. So now that I have a personal card and we have 2 business cards right here, well, that means that we have 3 anniversary free nights that we can use all around the world wherever we find an IHG property that we want to stay in. There's other really good perks too, like redeem 3 nights and get the 4th night free. Well, unfortunately, this won't matter too much to us because you don't get to stack these benefits with each new IHG card that you get. It's just you have one IHG card, even the no annual fee card, and then you can pay for 3 nights in points. And if you're staying at 4th night, you get that one for 0 points. So it's basically like you're saving 25% of the cost of your stay. Of course, this card also gets Platinum Elite status at IHG, which is the 2nd highest tier. But it doesn't matter for us again because I already had that, and most likely we're going to put all of our stays on my account. We're just really using this card that she's getting for the bonus points that we're going to get from the welcome offer of 140,000 points when we spend $4,000 in the first 3 months. No, this was not an elevated offer, which is really sad. I mean, I always like to apply for cards during a limited time offer period, but that's okay because I kind of had to apply for this one because we are, at the time, we were leaving the United States for over a month to go travel all around the world. And yes, I am in a hotel room. It is a Hilton Garden Inn, so not an IHG property, but it was the best one that I could find in Nairobi, Kenya, where we are right now. And we're actually headed off to a safari in like 20 minutes. So I really got to finish this video, and hopefully I can post it with the limited Wi-Fi I'm going to have out there. And yes, I did apply for this card a week before we went on this trip, and I had to apply for one that I knew was going to get delivered to our house before we actually left for our trip. And that meant I really could only apply for a Chase card because in my experience, I knew that could get expedited to our place and be there within 2 to 3 business days. As of when I applied for this IHG card, the Citi Business American Airlines card had a limited time offer, and so did the Citi Strata Premier. So I really wanted one of those 2 cards, but I knew they would take about 7 to 10 business days to get to my place, and that just was not gonna work. So that left me with getting approved for a Chase card, and I just decided to go with the IHG one because I know that this is a keeper card because of that anniversary free night and a couple other reasons too. There is a United Travel Bank credit that you can get by holding this card, and it isn't amazing, but it's okay. You get a $25 credit in the first 6 months of the year and $25 credit in the second 6 months of the year. So $50 annually. And there is that global entry or TSA pre-check credit, but my wife already has that from one of her other credit cards, so that won't apply to our situation. Yes, there are some decent spending categories, and that's fantastic. And another reason why we got the IHG card, because we are going to that Holiday Inn in the Maldives, and we are going to have to pay for the speedboat from the main island to the private resort island. And why not use an IHG card to pay for that, because we're going to get elevated points for that. Other than that, the spending categories are totally fine, but that's not why I necessarily applied for this one. And then there's other benefits too. The main one is no foreign transaction fees, which is really nice because we're going to be gone for a month. And just other things too they're okay, but not why I got the card. The main reason why I went with this card is because you are able to transfer your IHG points to another account. If you register both of your accounts as a business account, you have to wait 30 days and then you are eligible for free points transfers between accounts. Normally, this is a $5 fee for every 1,000 points that you transfer between accounts, so definitely not worth it in pretty much every situation. But if this $5 charge for every 1,000 points gets knocked off of this points transfer, well, that can be a huge benefit for us because she's going to hit that minimum spend requirement, get that huge welcome offer, and then she's able to transfer all of her IHG points over to my account. That really is a secret perk that I've hardly heard anybody talk about, and hopefully it works for our situation. Oh yeah, and yes, in my previous video, I did say that I was gonna slow down the applications because of what happened in the past with my Amex welcome bonus being taken away, but I applied for this card before I found out about that, so try not to hold that against me. If you do want to watch that video of Amex taking away my points, it'll be right there. Or if you want to learn more about the IHG credit card, I'll have my 1-year review of the personal card right there. And don't forget to check out the links in my description if you want to apply for one of these cards or just learn more information about it. So I thank you so much for doing that, and I'll see you in the next one. You ready to go on safari?
Yeah!
All right, let's go. The shuttle for the plane leaves in 10 minutes. We got to pack up.